If you've been keeping up with Love is Blind Season 9, you already know the emotional roller coaster that was Edmund and Calabria's love story. Two people with pasts that weren't perfect, but hearts that were wide open. Their connection was instant, deep, and genuine, the kind that made fans believe in the experiment all over again. But as every Love is Blind fan knows, not every story that begins in the pods ends with I do. From the moment Edmund poured his heart out about growing up in foster care, viewers could see that this was more than just a reality TV romance. It was raw. It was real. Calabria, the strong and compassionate social worker, became his safe place. Their chemistry was undeniable, their laughter contagious, and their emotional bond powerful enough to make people root for them from day one. But behind that connection, cracks slowly began to show. As the pods closed and the real world opened up, Edmund and Calabria seemed ready to take on anything together. They had gone from strangers to soulmates in what felt like seconds, and when Edmund finally got down on one knee and proposed, it felt like one of the most heartfelt moments of the entire season. The look in his eyes said it all. This wasn't just about finding love on a show. It was about finding family, stability, and someone who truly understood him. When they met face to face for the first time, sparks flew. They laughed, hugged, and couldn't stop smiling. For a while, it looked like a fairy tale come true. But fairy tales often meet reality, and reality can be brutal. Once they left the romantic bubble of the pods, the world outside wasn't as forgiving. Expectations, pressure, and emotional baggage started creeping in, testing the love they had built through those walls and wires. The wedding day arrived with all the emotions cranked up to the maximum. Edmund was visibly nervous, but filled with hope, ready to take the next step with Calabria. His heart was open, his intentions clear, and he truly believed this was the love he had been searching for. Calabria, on the other hand, carried her own doubts and fears, despite the deep connection they shared. As she walked down the aisle, the tension was palpable. Fans watching knew something was hanging in the balance. Edmund spoke from his heart, expressing his dreams for their life together, mentioning everything from building a family to personal growth. Every word was a declaration of his love, and it seemed like the perfect moment. But when the crucial moment arrived, the unexpected happened. Calabria hesitated, leaving Edmund stunned and the audience heartbroken. Calabria's hesitation wasn't a lack of love, far from it. She had spent weeks reflecting on what she truly wanted and realized that while she cared deeply for Edmund, she wasn't ready to commit fully at that very moment. As she explained through tears, her no didn't mean she didn't love him. It was a reflection of her need to be 100% sure before saying, I do. Edmund, initially devastated, took a moment to process the shock. The pain of hearing someone you trust and love hesitate at the altar is unimaginable. Yet even in that moment of heartbreak, he handled it with grace, embracing her and expressing respect for her honesty. It was raw, emotional, and a testament to the depth of their bond, even if it couldn't culminate in marriage that day. After the altar moment, Edmund stepped back, trying to collect himself, but the emotions were overwhelming. He admitted in his confessional that he felt blindsided. He thought Calabria was going to say, I do, and the rejection stung deeply. Yet despite the heartbreak, he didn't lash out or show resentment. Instead, he focused on understanding her perspective and honoring her decision. The two shared a long, heartfelt embrace, acknowledging the love they had for each other, even though the timing wasn't right. Calabria reassured Edmund that he was enough, and that her decision wasn't a reflection of his worth. In that moment, fans could see the true complexity of love, how caring for someone also means respecting their choices, even when it hurts. In the aftermath of the wedding, both Edmund and Calabria had to face the emotional fallout of what had just happened. For Edmund, it was a moment of deep reflection. He had opened himself up completely, sharing his most vulnerable experiences from growing up in foster care, trusting that Calabria would walk this path with him. When she hesitated at the altar, it wasn't just a shock. It was a profound heartbreak, a reminder that love, even when strong, isn't always simple or straightforward. Calabria, meanwhile, wrestled with guilt and sadness. She knew her choice would hurt Edmund, and yet she remained firm in her conviction that committing without being 100% ready would have been unfair to both of them. Despite the pain, there was mutual respect and understanding, as both acknowledged that their connection was real and meaningful. The couple's ability to express their emotions openly, even in the face of such disappointment, highlighted the depth of the bond they had formed in the pods. Fans watching were left torn, cheering for the love that was clearly there, while feeling the sting of the heartbreak that reality had forced upon them. It was a poignant reminder that love isn't always about happy endings on television. Sometimes, it's about the courage to be honest with yourself and others, even when it hurts. In the weeks following the wedding, Edmund and Calabria's story continued to spark conversations among Love is Blind fans everywhere. Many viewers were eager to know whether the couple would reconcile, continue dating, or ultimately go their separate ways. Social media buzzed with speculation as fans analyzed every post, interview, and hint from the two. Edmund, ever the thoughtful and emotional communicator, shared that despite the heartbreak, he held no resentment and valued the journey they had taken together. Calabria, too, reflected publicly on the experience, acknowledging the difficulty of her decision, while emphasizing the personal growth and clarity it gave her. Their story wasn't just about romance. It became a lens into the challenges of making life-altering decisions under pressure and in the public eye. Unlike scripted drama, their emotions were real, raw, and relatable, and that authenticity is what made their journey resonate with so many viewers. The couple's ability to maintain respect and compassion, even after such a dramatic moment, spoke volumes about their character and the maturity of their connection. It reminded everyone that love isn't always about the grand gestures or the perfect ending. Sometimes it's about honesty, vulnerability, and the willingness to grow from even the most painful moments. As time went on, the question everyone wanted answered was clear. Are Edmund and Calabria still together now? The truth is complicated. While the couple shared an incredibly deep connection in the pods, and even beyond, their paths diverged after the wedding day heartbreak. Edmund remained reflective, using the experience as an opportunity to focus on personal growth and healing, while Calabria also took time to reassess her priorities and what she truly wanted in a partner. Fans followed their updates closely, hoping for reconciliation, but both emphasized the importance of honesty and emotional readiness over simply staying together for appearances. The story of Edmund and Calabria serves as a poignant example of how love can be profound and transformative, even if it doesn't result in a traditional happily ever after. Their journey showed viewers that relationships are not just about